So I've just arrived in the Mount Kinabalu area. I'm going to be climbing up the mountain tomorrow, and just walking into the hostel now. It's probably the craziest looking hostel I've stayed in. So this is the surrounding area, and then this here, this is Jungle Jacks, where I'll be staying for the next few days. The surrounding area here is just like so beautiful. Like the mountain is back up that way, but only like 200 meters from the start point here. I think we're up around like nearly 2,000 meters in elevation. That could be wrong though, so definitely colder, which is quite nice actually. Still like 20 degrees or something, so it's not cold, but it is feeling a bit colder. So I'm gonna go check in. Oh my god, look at these cuties. Hello. So arrived in the hostel. There doesn't seem to be anyone here, although there's a little mini gym here, a little mini kitchen. But no one here right now. So Uncle Jack just rang me and said that he would be back in like half an hour to check me in, and it seems like a very small hostel. I think there's only about 4 beds here, so I'm just chilling with my new bestie and enjoying this amazing view. The taxi ride here, I came here from Kundasang, and it was just like such beautiful hills on the way here. I could also see Mount Kinabalu, which looked quite intimidating, but I'm excited to climb tomorrow, but a little bit nervous. And the taxi driver was so nice on the way here as well. She stopped and bought me some pisang goreng as a little snack on the way, which was super cute, which is like a fried banana, which was good. And yeah, gonna chill until Jack gets here. I'm not sure what they're growing here, but I do know, so this area that I'm in is Kundasang. They do grow all the fruits and vegetables in Sabah here, so it makes sense. And there's lots of like fruit selling stalls on the way here. So Jack is quite a interesting character. He was like checking me into my room and stuff, and paid him 2,100, which covers like accommodation, food and the guide, and then paying another, no, I paid him 1,000, it's 2,100 altogether, so I paid him like 1,000 ish, and then I'm giving another 1,000 to like the park entrance tomorrow. So it's not a cheap thing to do at all. If you're a tourist, it's much cheaper if you're like Malaysian, but I think, yeah, it was kind of like, should I do it or not, because it is expensive, but I think it's gonna be good. I also feel very underprepared. Jack gave me like a hat and gloves and scarf and stuff, and apparently it's like -4 degrees at the top, and even at base camp it's like really cold. I don't really have the clothes for that, so that's going to be interesting. But oh no, I do have thermals actually, I can bring those. Okay, maybe okay. Anyway, I was like, oh, what time are we waking up tomorrow? And he was like, okay, 7 a.m. I'll make a sound, and then we leave for breakfast 45 minutes later. I'm definitely going to set an alarm anyway. I'm not going to rely on his sound to wake me up. And then tomorrow, climbing up to base camp, sleeping at base camp, then waking up super early on the next day to get to the summit, hopefully for like sunrise. So I mean, just walking up this hill, I'm quite out of breath, so that does not fill me with confidence. Anyway, it's like 5:30ish. I only really had those fried bananas for lunch, so I'm quite hungry, and apparently all the restaurants around here shut very early. So I'm gonna get some food now and then go back and chill and have an early night, ready to wake up tomorrow and climb the mountain. I'm very excited. I'm nervous but excited, you know. I'm so intrigued to see, because I haven't even like looked at any photos of kind of what the trail's like or what the peak, well, I've seen a couple of photos of what the summit looks like, but I've tried like not to look because I kind of want to leave it as like a surprise. So I'm really hoping for good weather, like a clear day, so I can like see the view on Sunday morning, which is on the second day. So yeah, and there's 5 of us in the group doing it apparently. I've not really met any of them, so I think I'll probably meet them tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure if they're all staying there or whether they're staying somewhere else, but yeah, let's go get some food first of all. Okay, I'm gonna go here, but it doesn't look very open actually. It was closed, so we're gonna go to the next one. Okay, gonna go this place instead. It's definitely looking more open. So it's like 19 degrees, but it feels really cold. Like I'm in a fleece. Like I am in shorts, but I'm like quite cold. So I ordered like a soup because I need warming up. But if it's 19 degrees back in England, I'd be like, this is good temperature, you know. The soup is really, really yummy and it's very warming. There's such a nice view at the back of the restaurant as well. This is gorgeous. I also picked up this pandan bao bun in case I get peckish later because I saw them and they looked amazing. And I've never had a pandan one before, but I've had the red bean ones, which are really good. So this can be a little snack for later. I think this time, like dusk time, is just like my favorite time of day. It's just so pretty. And made it back to the hostel before it got dark, which is good because I would not like to walk down here in the pitch black. Hello. 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 What are their names?
This is Ben.
Ah, Ben.
That is Sprite.
Sprite. Why are you so cute? What a diva you are. I don't understand how I can feel so emotionally attached to a dog that I met today, but I genuinely am already feeling like it's going to be a hard goodbye to Sprite when I do say goodbye. I just got back to my room. I think I might be the only one in here tonight, which is quite nice. So this is my bed and then there's no one in here. I think there was supposed to be a girl arriving, but she hasn't arrived and I can't imagine she'll be arriving now because it's quite late. So yeah, that'd be quite nice. Also, I kind of rate like a mattress on the floor vibes. It feels kind of like I'm like grounded. I like it. Anyway, it's time to eat this. It smells so good. I think I haven't got to the filling yet. It's like must be like pandan sauce in the middle. Oh my god, I'm not even overreacting. That is so good. That is incredible. I don't even know what that tastes like. Oh my god, it's like sweet, but then it's also got kind of like a earthy flavour, and the outside, the bao bun, is like so fluffy. Oh my god, I have a feeling I might be revisiting that place at some point. But yeah, I'm just gonna get ready for tomorrow. Don't really know what I need, to be honest. I kind of asked Jack what I needed and he was just like, look, we'll sort out in the morning. So maybe we'll sort out in the morning, but my brain at 7 a.m. is not going to be working that well. I might try and like do some thinking tonight what I need to bring. And yeah, and then I'm just going to go to bed. So it's like 7 a.m. I woke up before my alarm because I think I was just nervous. I was reading a blog post last night and it said difficulty level scramble. Like,
I'm not sure I've scrambled anything in my life, like, so I feel like plaiting my hair is almost like gaslighting myself into believing that I'm prepared for this because I look more prepared, you know, although this is not the best example of a plait. Okay. I've just seen other people who are staying here with walking poles, and now I'm thinking, should I have walking poles? Anyway, we're gonna go for breakfast now, and I don't know why I'm so nervous. Like, I feel really like, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. So just started the trail, I think going up to like 4 kilometers before we have lunch. So yeah, it's also a national park in here, so I think there'll be nice things to spot along the way, which should keep things interesting. It looks like a nice trail so far, so feeling good.
Yes.
Okay, made it to 1.5 kilometers.
Feeling very sweaty, but feeling strong. Like, I'm feeling good. Like, the path is really nice. Like, there's a lot of stairs, but then there's kind of like sections in between which are flat, so it doesn't feel like too hard yet. So stopping for lunch at 4 kilometers. I'm already at 1.5, so I think we're doing quite well. Have 0.5 kilometers to go until lunch. Been hiking for like 2 hours now, so doing good. So made it up to 4 kilometers. This is Lang, I think. So this is where they recommended stopping for lunch. The rest of my group is behind. I haven't seen them in maybe like an hour. But I'm gonna stop here and maybe I will see them. Got a nasi goreng that Jack gave us as a packed lunch, and also a huge banana. So this will keep me going. Been walking for like just over 2 hours. I think base camp is at like 6 kilometers. So doing good, getting there definitely. Just coming up to between 4.5 and 5 kilometers. The path it's really interesting how like the further up you go, well, it's kind of obvious, but like higher altitude, it's got a lot colder, and like the trees all look really different than when we were at the the bottom. So yeah, it's really interesting. I'm really enjoying this hike, and I feel like the views are just going to get like better and better. I love the way that the clouds are like forming on the peak there. That looks very cool. Oh no. Okay, made it to kilometre 5, which means on the map we're here and going to here tonight. The pathway now is mainly like rocks, but it feels like I'm in like a completely different ecosystem now. It's very cool, and I mean, there's so many clouds. I actually can't see anything. On the final stretch, 700 meters until base camp. I look like a sweaty mess, but feeling good. These porters are unreal. This bit feels like I'm kind of walking through like a fairy tale jungle. Looks very cool. 300 meters to go, so defo getting there. Such a nice view, and helicopter pad in case I need rescuing later. It's so cool being like eye level with the clouds, above the clouds as well. Made it to Panalaban. The view in this direction is looking like this, so not much of a view, but we did make it, and that's the important thing. It's so foggy up here, I feel like I'm literally inside the cloud. I can't believe I still also have signal up here. That's crazy. I'm gonna go and try and find where I'm staying tonight, although because I haven't seen my guide all day, just don't know exactly where I'm sleeping, so I might just chill somewhere inside because it's pretty cold now. It's about 14 degrees, so would like to be inside preferably. So I've come into the like accommodation place, and there's like a cafe thing, which I think is where we're having dinner tonight, but they're also selling drinks. I got myself a hot Milo, which is basically like a hot chocolate like with like, it's like malty. It's really, really good, so like that will be very warming. Good day. It went better than I was expecting. I've climbed 1,300 meters, so now at an elevation of 3,200, and then tomorrow going up another 700, I think 900, I think. This looks so good. Oh my god. Yes. Yeah. So I'm gonna wait for the rest of my group. Hopefully they come in here and spot me. I really should have like got one of their numbers or the guide's number, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Dinner starts at 4:30 until 8, and then apparently like 8 o'clock it's lights out. Everyone goes to bed because tomorrow waking up at 1:30, setting off at like 2, ready to summit for sunrise. So I think an 8 p.m. bedtime is a good idea. Also paid 16 ringgits for this drink, which is insane prices, but you can understand why, because it's a nearly 4,000 meters, so yeah, you can understand why. But yeah, this was worth every ringer. You know when you've like sweated so much in a day that your face feels like salty, like you can feel the salt on your face? Yeah, that's me. Still no sign of the guide. That climb literally wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Like, I don't want to speak too soon about this mountain, but I think it's gonna be okay. The guide this morning said like 6 hours. We set off at 10. I arrived here at 2:45, so that was like 4 hours 45. So, and done the most of it, to be fair. Done 1,300 and it's 4,100 in total. And started at 1,800. Currently at 3,200. So got another 900 to go, but did 1,300 today. So to be fair, we do still have a fair bit to go tomorrow. Actually, when I look outside, it looks quite nice outside. It's actually a bit more of a view than when I got there. So some others from my group just arrived and have found the accommodation for tonight, which is kind of like a dorm bed. This is what it looks like. Kind of feels like I'm on like a guide camp or something. I just put my thermals on as well, and my hat, because it's cold. It's very cold. And it's getting colder as it gets later on in the day. So I'm very glad I've got these thermals. I was very close to not bringing them on this trip, but I appreciate them now. This is a building with a lot of the accommodation in, so that's my room there. Just insane. So this is where I just was in the restaurant, and I've walked down to where the sign is, and it's just unreal. I feel like I'm on like an aeroplane. This is like the view from a plane. It's so nice. So cold. I have put on like all of the clothes that I brought with me, and still cold, but the sunset was so nice. I think I've never watched the sunset like looking down on the clouds before. Like, that was so amazing. Very unique, cool experience. It's like 7 p.m. now. Gonna stay in the room now and try and get warm. And then, yeah, alarm set for 1:30, ready for the rest of the hike tomorrow, which is exciting. My feet are so cold. I wish I had some, like, thermal socks or something, but it's not something I've got. But anyway, yeah. It's 4:20 and made it to checkpoint, so about halfway through. Can't see me at all. It's 5 a.m. I'm not sure exactly how much further we've got, But I think, I don't want to speak too soon, but I think I'm nearly there. I'm looking up and I can't see like much more higher ground. So I think we're nearly there. I hope so. And it's a nice clear day, which means we should get a nice view. And you can't really see this, well, actually you can see them a bit, but it's not picking them up. These are the brightest stars I've ever seen in my life. Wow. Oh my god, I'm so happy to see this. Nearly there. Okay, just need to make it to the top of here and then I think that is the peak. We're so close and it's gonna be an unbelievable view. Okay, you can see the top. Okay, I made it to the top. This might be, actually, definitely, is the craziest view I've ever seen in my life. Like, literally above the clouds. I wanted to get up here before sunrise, which is at like 6:05, and it's about 6:45. So I think that's pretty good timing because it's so cold up here. So as soon as the sun rises, and I've watched it for a bit, I'm gonna go back down a bit. I'm so proud of myself and everyone here. And now the sun is rising. Wow. So different on the way down. Like on the way up this was just pitch black. So gorgeous. I found some others from my group here, so walking down with them, which is nice. Definitely feeling a bit warmer now, which is nice. I think it might take me a while to get down because I just want to stop and take photos every 5 seconds, but that's fine. I'm in no rush. It's just amazing. So nice. Very happy gal. So, little fun fact that my guide told me is Mount Kinabalu, like just the mountain, is bigger than the entirety of Singapore, which is crazy when you think about it. Still just feeling so grateful as well that I hiked on a day with such good conditions. Like, you can literally see an amazing view. I literally could not wish for anything better. I am so happy to see this all. Like, you can see the view, but there's still clouds, kind of. It's just incredible. I think the record holder of like running up this mountain is like 3.5 hours. Now that I think about that, that makes me feel quite sick. The thought of running up this whole thing in 3.5 hours. I actually don't understand how that's like actually humanly possible. So well done to those guys. Just made it past checkpoint. Getting back into vegetation zone. The trees are regrowing. It's crazy because like it was pitch black on the way up, just didn't see any of this. I'm just thinking about the hot like coffee or tea or hot chocolate, I don't care what it is, as long as it's hot, that I'm gonna have when I get back to base camp. Like I feel like, you know, when you've got something in your head and you're like, that's what I'm walking towards right now. Yeah, very excited to get my hands on that. It's insane. Like, can we just take a moment? Like, what the hell? Oh my god. Okay, so made it to 7 kilometers, 1 kilometer to go until I can have coffee. But I'm enjoying myself, to be fair. I'm not like desperate to get back. Taking my time. And I can see now base camp down there. This bit's looking quite intimidating, quite steep. I just realised I've made an error. When I went to the toilet up there, I left the pole in the toilet basically, and I'm borrowing it off Jack. I can't go back up. I can't do it. I feel like I'm gonna buy him a new pole, and whoever finds the pole in the toilet can have a new pole. So honestly, it was kind of broken anyway. When he gave it to me, he was like, this is a bit rubbish, but oh gosh, do your best. So if I buy him a new pole, then that's even better for him, and someone else gets a new pole as well. So I just can't face going back up. I've done enough climbing, you know. If I can remember correctly from the way up, it's mainly stairs from now on, which is easier. Not sure what these trees are. They kind of look like giant bonsai trees. Hello, so we have skipped a bit in time. It's the next day now. I think the last clip I filmed was kind of starting to come down towards base camp. I ended up bumping into some guys from England on the way down and hiked down with them for the rest of the way, which was nice. One of which actually works in the office that I used to work in, which is super random. So that was really nice. My knee ended up just fully dying on me about 4 kilometers from the end. I think because coming down, like I really underestimated that journey coming down. When I got to base camp, I was fine, and then stopped in base camp, had like a second breakfast, feeling good. I was like, yeah, we'll be down in like 2-3 hours. Got like half of the way down from base camp to the bottom of the mountain, and yeah, it was really tough. Like I think there's just so many steep steps on that part, and that's just really hard on your joints, I think, especially after, you know, I woke up at like 1:30 in the morning. I had like a massive climb and climbed down, like really hard work. So like that final push was just, yeah, harder than I anticipated, especially like the last 1 to 2 kilometers. Like I couldn't really bend my knee at all, so I was going super slowly. But the guys I met were like really sweet. Like I was borrowing their walking poles and like going so slowly. It must have been very, very annoying for them, but made it in the end. Got back to the start of the mountain. I rang Jack and I was like, can you pick me up and take me back to the hostel? And the hostel isn't that far a walk. It's maybe like, if I was feeling okay, maybe like a 15-20 minute walk, but then down like a super steep hill. But like when I tell you my knee, like it couldn't bend, and it was so painful. I rang him like,
please can you come pick me up? And he was like, no, like I'm 40 minutes away. You just hiked up a mountain, like you can walk back to the hostel. I ended up having like a bit of an argument with him on the phone, which is super not like me, because I was just like, I can't walk, like please, I really need you to come and get me. And he agreed eventually. And then he was actually super sweet when he came to pick me up and gave me some like traditional Chinese medicine, like joint cream to rub on it, which really helped. And he let me stay here for free last night, and I'm literally the only one in the hostel like completely, which is really nice because I could just fully just rot. Got back and I literally went to sleep pretty much straight away. Slept for like over 12 hours. My knee today is feeling so much better, so that cream has worked like magic. My legs still are still like really painful, like super achy, but I can walk again, so that's good. Overall experience was just amazing, like the craziest experience I think of my life. The view at the top and all the way up and coming down as well was just like breathtaking, like so beautiful. We were incredibly lucky with the weather. Like I didn't realize until I was coming down, but I think the 2 days before it got called off because of the weather, so they hiked up to base camp and then woke up, you know, at 2 a.m. to go up to the summit, and it just got called off because the weather. And I can understand why, like if there's any rain, like trying to get up that like sheer rock face would have just been so dangerous. So I can see how it could easily be called off with weather, and apparently it happens fairly frequently and you don't really get any money back or anything. And also all that effort you've put in to get to base camp and waking up so early, not being able to go to the top would be pretty gutting. So super lucky with the weather. The view was just like absolutely amazing. I would say completely worth the money. So like overall in pounds, I paid like £380 for everything. So staying here the night before, all the food during the hike, the guide, and then the equipment that I hired as well from Jungle Jacks. And I would really recommend this place if you are looking to do the hike. It's really good if you want to do it last minute. A lot of the places from other agencies get booked up super like months in advance, so if you want to do it last minute, this is a really good place because I only booked this a couple of weeks ago. It's also I think the cheapest you can do it as well. I would really recommend it, and I do think it's worth the money completely. Like it's an expensive thing to do, but it was just such an incredible experience. I just feel like there's no regrets in me at all about doing that. In terms of like how hard it was, I would say it was very challenging as a hike. I didn't know what to expect completely. A lot of people said like, oh yeah, if you're just like young and decently fit you can do it. Beginner friendly. I would say it was definitely challenging and it's not easy. I would say however fit you are. Like one of the guys I was hiking down with was like a marathon runner, did a marathon in like under 3 hours. And he said like he found it challenging as well. So I would say if you are looking to do it, make sure that your muscles are strong, like in not just like running, like kind of strength training and stuff, I would say is important, because I mean a lot of people going up were really struggling. There was people like wailing on the way up, like really like pushing to get to the top, especially that last section. You are pulling yourself up on rope for like quite a long distance and hiking up in the cold. Yeah, the wind was icy and in the pitch black as well. I would say definitely make sure you're prepared for that. I didn't know what to expect. I kind of went into it quite blind, which I'm kind of glad about now, because I think maybe I would have been put off if I knew exactly what was in store. But it's kind of just like a lesson in you can do hard things, you know. I definitely thought I'd be like at the back of the group the whole time, but I did make it up. Like first to base camp in my group, I'm first to the top in my group. Not that it's like a race or anything, but I was just like proud of myself for that, like not being at the back and making it to the top. Like I did shed a tear at the top just because I was so proud of myself, and also because of how beautiful the view was. And it was just like nice environment, like going up and down. Like everyone on the way up was saying like good luck, and then on the way down everyone was like, oh, congratulations kind of thing. So yeah, it was just really nice on the trail as well. A couple tips, I would say definitely pack warm clothes, more warm clothes than you think you might need. I was definitely
freezing cold. I had thermals on, I had like hat, scarf, gloves, waterproof fleece, and I was very cold, especially like spending the night in base camp. I didn't get much sleep just because I was so cold, and which isn't ideal. Pack lots of warm clothes, have good shoes. I would say definitely you can't, people were doing it in trainers, but I don't understand how, because some of the rock is like so deep. So like the grip on my shoes was really like keeping me, especially going down. Like I think it would be so easy just to slip down if you were just in trainers which had like no grip on. So have good shoes, have good equipment. But yeah, just an incredible experience overall. I would say highly recommend it to anyone coming to this area. I think that's all I wanted to say. Let me check. Yeah, that's everything. Sorry for that, was a massively long waffle, but I wanted to give a roundup of my experience and everything. But yeah, that's it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. I miss you.